Ms. Medina has 12 boxes of crayons for her kindergarten class. Each box has 24 crayons. How many total crayons does she have? We will be solving this problem by using concrete, pictorial, and abstract models, all while applying partial products. We will begin by using concrete models. Our problem is 12 times 24, and our number sentence is 12 rows of 24. That being said, we will be needing 2 hundredths, 4 tenths, in order to create our 24. So we see here's a 10, here's a 10, 1, 1, 1, and 1. That creates 24. But we will be needing 12 rows of 24. So that being said, we will need 2 horizontal tens below our hundredths, and to fill in this empty space, we will be placing 2 ones below each 10, which will be a total of 8 ones. Now that we have completed our concrete model of 12 rows of 24, we will be identifying our partial products. So, I begin on this side. We have 10 tens, which will give us 100, and then we have 2 tenths below the 100. And this applies to this 100 as well. 10 tenths equals 100, but if we add these two, it will give us 20. And 20 plus 4 is 24. And then 10 plus 2 is 12. So now all we have to do is multiply each of these 4 numbers in order to give us our partial products. So 10 times 20 is 200. 20 times 2 is 40. 10 times 4 is 40 as well. And then 2 times 4 is 8. Of course, you could do it separately, like 10 times 10 is 100, 10 times 10 is 100, and then add the 2, which will give you 200, and then the same for 10 times 2, 20 here, 10 times 2, 20, add the 2, 40. But I like to do it this way in order to be a little more quicker. Now that we have gathered our partial products, we can add all of these numbers. So, 200 plus 40, 40, and 8 would give us an answer of 288. Now that we have gathered all of our information from our concrete model, we will be applying this to our pictorial model. For our pictorial model, we will be using squares, sticks, and dots in order to represent our hundreds, tens, and ones. That being said, 12 rows of 24 will still use 2 squares, which is 2 hundredths, 4 sticks, which is 4 tenths, 2 sticks below our squares. Those will represent 2 tenths below our hundredths. And then lastly, our dots will represent our ones, which is 2 ones below our tens, in total 8 ones. Now that we have completed our pictorial model of 12 rows of 24, we will apply our information from our concrete model to this as well. So this is 10, 20, 2, and 4, We will now multiply these four numbers once again. So 20 times 10 is 200. 10 times 4, it's 40. 20 times 2, 40. And 4 times 2 is 8, which will give us 288. We can apply this to our window box method as well. So 10, 2 will give us 12, 20, and 4 will give us 24. 20 times 10 is 200. 10 times 4 is 40. 20 times 2 is 40. 4 times 2 is 8. Add all of this together, which will give us 288. Now that we have applied our partial products to our pictorial model, we may move forward to our abstract model. For our abstract model, it will represent 12 times 24. We know that this is the tens place and this is the ones place. We can begin at any area we like. We can begin at the bottom or the top. I like to begin at the top. This number will represent 10 and this number will represent 20. So 10 times 20 will be 200. This will represent 2 since it's in the ones place. 2 times 20, which is 40. Now moving on to the bottom, we have 10 times 4, which is 40 as well. 2 times 4, which is 8. We will add all of these numbers up together, which will give us 288. Now that we have successfully gathered all of our partial products, that being 200, 40, 40, and 8, to give us our final answer of 288, we can apply this back to our word problem. So we know that Ms. Medina has 12 boxes and each box has 24 crayons. We needed to find the total amount of crayons. That being said, 12 times 24 equals 288. Ms. Medina has a total of 288 crayons for her kindergarten class. We have successfully gathered our answer by using concrete, pictorial, and abstract models, all while applying partial products.